Are you ready to tap into the secret power that can transform your relationships, your resilience, and even your own mind? Get ready because on today's episode of the Fallible Man podcast, we're diving deep into the art of mastering emotions, a skill that can change the game of life as you know it. If you've ever wanted to conquer stress, communicate like a pro, or supercharge your mental well being, then stay tuned because the journey to unleashing your emotional intelligence starts right here, right now. Get ready to take the reins of your emotions and rewrite your life script on this episode of the Fallible Man podcast. Here's the $1,000,000 question. How do men like us reach our full potential, grow into the men we dream of being, while taking care of our responsibilities, working, being good husbands, fathers, and still take care of ourselves? Well, that's the big question. In this podcast, we'll help you answer those questions and more. My name is Brent, and welcome to the Fallible Man podcast. Welcome back to another episode of the Fallible Man podcast, your home for all things man. Big shout out to Fallible Nation. That's our private community. If you'd like to know more about that, there's a link down in the description below. And a warm welcome to our first time listeners. Thanks for giving us a shot. I hope you enjoyed the episode. I'd love to hear what you have to say about it afterwards. I'm your host, Brent, and today we're diving deep into a topic that's essential for achieving mental well-being in our demanding lives: emotional intelligence, or EQ. So grab a cup of coffee or an energy drink, whatever your thing is, find a comfortable spot, and let's get started. Now, we know in this hustling and bustling life that mastering our emotions has become a true superpower because, well, check the news. All I got to do is check the news and understand the majority of people don't have this on lock. It's known as emotional intelligence, or like I said, EQ, and it's all about understanding, managing, and expressing our feelings in a healthy way. Now, some people think that men aren't very good at this. I actually happen to think that men are actually better at this than a lot of women are, but I'm sure someone's going to be pissed off that I said that. Unlike IQ, which is pretty much set in stone, EQ is a skill that can be learned and developed and improved upon, making it a game changer in both our personal and professional lives. Now let's talk about the perks of embracing emotional intelligence, right? Why should you care? Why does this matter? That's a fair question. Now picture this: improved mental health. I know we don't like to talk about mental health in the world of men, but it's a really, really important conversation right now. How about reduced stress? A better handle on anxiety and depression. And guys, there are a lot of men struggling with depression. Trust me, it's a very real issue right now. EQ empowers us to communicate like never before, expressing our assertiveness, listening actively. And when life throws those curveballs, EQ helps us with resilience to bounce back stronger and more determined. It helps us in those mentally stressful or mentally trying times to stay level and to handle our emotions in a healthier way, which is really, really valuable to you, to the people around you, to the people you love who are in your life. You being able to handle your emotional intelligence is really important. All right, guys, here comes the juicy part. So take notes and make sure you listen. If you're driving, obviously just come back to it later. I'm going to share some strategies with you to boost your emotional intelligence. Number one, enhance self-awareness. Start by turning into your emotions. I know this is the touchy-feely stuff, right? But really, we've got to do this a little bit. Notice what triggers all your emotions and reflect on these moments. This can be done through journaling, mindfulness practices like meditations can be very useful for some people. I've met a lot of guys that journaling is really viable option for them. Take stock, do a deep dive, and run through the inventory of memories, right? If you're not currently dealing with a certain set of emotions, run through that memory bank. You got a lot of them in there, and process through situations where you've had emotional responses that were uncomfortable and get analytical as hell. Break them down, figure them out, and see what actually happened on an emotional level there, how it started, why it happened, what it triggered, what affected it, etc. Get the data points, guys. Number 2, master emotional regulation using techniques. You're going to have emotions, right? It's a foregone conclusion. You're a human being, even if you want to pretend you're not. Well, when you've got to handle emotion, when you've got to handle on your emotions, life's going to get a lot smoother. So there are different ways to do this. Try deep breathing exercises, right? We've talked about this on several shows. We've talked about box breathing. We've talked about just taking like 5 deep breaths. And we're talking like 10 seconds in, 10 seconds out, 5 sets, right? Or 5 reps. Sorry, not sets. 5. You can do that if it takes that long, trust me. But try some deep breathing. It will arrest the fight or flight response. It will simmer down that primal part of our brain and let us actually catch what's happening. Okay, try progressive muscle relaxation. If you're not sure what that is, look it up. I'm not going to explain it here. Try some journaling. Like I said, journaling has been very effective for a lot of guys. I've been really surprised as I've talked to more and more men, how many men find journaling to be very beneficial for them. Maybe try some yoga. I'm a yoga guy. I know I don't look like a yoga guy, but I'm a yoga guy. Not like me. Don't picture me in yoga pants. I don't do that. Okay. In fact, I look like a broken Gumby I'm like yoga for idiots. But you know what? I found yoga is actually a beneficial way for me to process and center myself sometimes when I'm highly emotional. There are a lot of great ways to manage stress and keep your emotions in check, but find what works for you in a healthy way. Deep breathing works very quickly and is something that can go with you anywhere. Number 3, cultivate empathy. Now, if you listen to our last Friday episode, we talked about empathy in some depth, so you can go back if you missed that one. Empathy is a secret sauce for our emotional intelligence. Practice active listening. Put yourself in other people's perspectives and situations in your head. Okay, try it on and see it from their eyes. Truly understand what other people are feeling and recognize they're having these feelings, and try and dig into why they're having those feelings or reacting like that. It's a game changer for building deeper connections. And as you build deeper connections and cultivate empathy, it will help you to be more emotionally intelligent. Strategy 4, strengthen your social skills. Good communication is the backbone of every relationship. Eye contact, active listening, these are your best friends in social situations. And teamwork's great, so embrace it. It'll improve your ability to collaborate effectively, and strengthening those social skills will also strengthen your emotional intelligence. Strategy 5, embrace emotional resilience. Life's challenging. Let's face it, right? But life's challenges are growth opportunities in disguise. I know sometimes it's hard to see them that way. You're not alone in that. We all know that sometimes it's really hard to see the glass half full side of some situations, but change your perspective and develop a growth mindset. Setbacks are temporary and you're going to rise stronger from it. So start looking at what you can learn from it as an opportunity to learn and grow every single time. And changing that perspective will help you raise your emotional intelligence and give yourself some compassion. Okay. Understand you're going to have some setbacks. That's okay. It's actually vital that you practice some self-compassion when you have setbacks, because that will also really help with your EQ. Strategy 6, feedback and learning. Now, for some people, feedback from other people is solid gold. It's what really helps them because they have a hard time looking at themselves objectively. So if that's you, kudos for recognizing that, because that's a really hard pill to swallow for a lot of people. A lot of us are not good at realizing that looking at ourselves objective is difficult. We need an outside perspective sometimes. So ask for it, embrace it, and use it to refine your EQ. Like I said, perspective, right? Glass half full in those difficult moments. Also, never stop learning. Books, workshop, courses, keep that curiosity alive. There's actually an odd connection between emotional resilience and that aptitude to keep learning and growing, that growth mindset. So keep it up, keep practicing your learning. All of these will help you to strengthen and practice your emotional intelligence and level out your EQ into a more beneficial, what's the word I want to use? In a better way. It will make you stronger emotionally and make you more balanced in your EQ, which will make all of life better and help all of your relationships. Now, it is Friday, so I want to share a review. Marina D. Grant. Wow, someone actually used their real name. I'm always impressed when that happens. Left us a 5-star review. Inspirational show. What a fantastic way to begin my week. Thank you, the Fallible Man, for the motivational and instructional stuff. It's well worth my time to listen. Thank you, Marina. I appreciate you taking the time to share with us. Maybe some of you guys don't know, we actually have probably about 25% of our listeners are female, because they want to know how we're thinking. And apparently some of the stuff I say actually goes across to women as well. Who knew? Oh, wait, maybe. Shh. Guys, remember, gentlemen, emotional intelligence is a journey. It's not a destination. It's a practice that you get better at and better at. By understanding and managing our emotions, we're unlocking a more fulfilling life. Women often want us to be more emotional. They don't want us to be emotional like them. They just think they do. But they do want you to have good emotional intelligence, because that gives you the ability to be more empathetic with them and help understand them better. So unlocking your EQ is going to be really powerful. It improves your mental well-being. It helps have a healthier mind and keep you in a healthier place mentally, which mental health crisis for men is at an all-time high, guys. It's very serious. So please, please exercise this for your own good. Take these strategies to heart. Start small. Watch your emotional intelligence flourish. As always, keep striving, keep growing. I'll catch you on the next episode of the Fallible Man podcast, and be better tomorrow because of what you do today.
This has been the Fallible Man podcast, your home for everything man, husband, and father. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss a show. Head over to www.thefallibleman.com for more content and get your own Fallible Man gear.